Although Joshua was a man of great character and impeccable integrity, yet he was not a tested hand in leadership. Hello? Or in leadership delivery and human resources management. Though he was a great man of integrity, he was known to be a real servant, an honorable servant, a consistent and steady servant. Some people could be serving, but they are not consistent and they are not steady. But not somebody like Joshua. Joshua was very, very consistent. Amen. Hello, somebody. And so, but he was not known to be that, known. He was not a known leader. He was just a helper. So all of a sudden, this guy who was just on the background, helping everybody to have a good life, have never led before, was entrusted in leadership arena from nowhere. Say, look, you're going to lead these 6 million people, women and children. Amen. So you will have every cause to be afraid. Because your future is as good as those that are leading you. Hello, somebody. You should be afraid. Is this guy going to kill us all in desert? What are we going to be expecting from him? You should be terrified to be entrusted with for such a man to be instructed with such enormous, gigantic, responsibility. So, when they realized that Joshua was going to be the man, like some of you will soon be the man and the woman that God have called to lead. So this is what happened. And let's quickly look at the book of Joshua. Joshua 1:16-18. Let's see the first thing the people requested from Joshua. Are we making progress? Yes, amen, sir. The first thing they ever requested. Then they answered Joshua, whatever you have commanded us, we will do. We will do. And wherever you send us, we will go. How many of us are like that in this church? Anybody? We don't see this in churches today, amen? Just as we fully obeyed Moses. Did you see that? So we will obey you. Amen. Only may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. As long as God that was with Moses is with you, we will follow you. Amen. When you're following people, the first thing you must check, do they have God backing them? Amen. That's the first thing. Then they said something that marveled me. They made another second request. They said, whoever rebels against your word and does not obey your words, whatever you may command them, will be put to death. Anyone that refuses to obey you, we're going to come after that one as a people, as a congregation. Amen. Do you see what it takes to lead? You cannot be successful in your leadership delivery if you don't have people that are committed like this. Amen. We cannot be able to manage this church if my wife was not committed like this. Amen. Hello, somebody. If you don't have people that believe, that is in this dimension, willing to support what God have called us to do, it will be difficult for anyone to be successful. Then they asked for one thing, for second thing, only be strong and what? And courageous. Did you see that word? So I was thinking they should be asking for something, maybe something very flashy and trendy. Hello, somebody? But they say, look, if you can show us the same courage, the same trait we saw in Moses, if you can portray it to us, we will have no problem following you. Amen. Nobody wants to follow a weak leader. Amen. Nobody wants to follow a weak husband. Your wife will not respect you if you are weak. Hello, somebody. You need to be a man in such a way that when trouble is raging, Even though your wife is tense, but she still believes in you.
Amen.
When she look at you, she know, I know he will lead us right. Hello, somebody. In fact, I told somebody the other day that anyone who does not have this thing, hello, somebody, is just a slave in this layer, in this realm. Whatever you do, ask God to give you wisdom. Uncommon wisdom. In fact, if you're not a good thinker, you will blow things, you will keep blowing stuff up every day. Most people that have issues in their marriage is not because they are bad people. It's just because of the way they are thinking. Hello, somebody. Because maybe one person is thinking wrong. Now, he said, look, if you have this thing called courage, he said, look, we're going to be there with you. That's how to follow a leader. When you are walking with a leader, shake them out. Hello, somebody. Do they have courage? Yes, if you are dating, check that young man out. Or that young woman out if they do have courage. Amen. If they are not courageous, they can't win battles. People that are not courageous never wins. They're thrown in the towel even before the battle shows up.